Well, hello there, everyone. Hopefully, you're doing outstanding. It's a Friday. It's Friday, June the 3rd. Hey, it just hit me. It might be the birthday of one of my siblings. I'll have to check. Anyway, as always, I'm not a financial advisor, CPA, attorney, nothing at all. I'm mazske. As always, I'm sharing opinions, stories, experiences, and things I'm looking forward to. I did make a video yesterday, but I was advised as soon as I uploaded it, basically, that someone told me that the audio was like kind of garbled, and I listened to it, and it's like, yep, it's like a squelching or static, let's say, or crackling in it. So I have no idea why. I'm using the same phone I always do. I don't have a microphone as of yet. To my knowledge, nothing is different. So hopefully this sounds okay, so this can get uploaded and stay there. We shall see. I'll test it first. So anyway, haters and naysayers in regards to investing. I have experienced them all of my investing career. Ever since I first started, I have experienced the haters and the naysayers in regards to investing. I'll share a few stories with you. Way back early on when I had started investing in mutual funds, I was in Puerto Rico. I had a coworker. I was young, and he saw my paycheck because we got paper paychecks, or maybe he asked me how much my paycheck was. If I remember right, we were both E5s at the time, and I told him the figure, whatever it was, and he was like, "Why is this so small?" And I think I replied to him something like, "Well, I have $50 taken out to go into a mutual fund, or maybe I had two $50 allotments taken out to go into a mutual fund, or something like that." And he kind of laughed and he's like, "What are you doing?" He made some derogatory comment about only saving, like, "Oh, it's $50. Why don't you spend it? It's nothing. It's not going to add up to anything." So that was my first taste of something like that. Not that that was like mean or cruel or anything, but I wonder, where is that guy at right now? Is he financially independent? I am. So anyway, as the years have gone on, I then started investing in individual stocks. I was then a police officer. And over the years, I had numerous folks that I talked to about investing in stocks tell me different things about the stock market. It's like gambling. They would never put their money into the stock market. One, not the chief, but somebody high up in ranks, told me he had put money into stocks after reading my emails, and that was right just prior to the dot-com crash, and he lost money, and he subsequently sold. That individual, to my knowledge, he's older than I am, probably by 10 years. He's still working. Again, I'm financially independent. But it went on and on for many years with stocks. People said, "You could not have done this. You could not have started investing in stocks and paid your house off when you started off working for $23,000 a year in 1998, and you're still a cop, not making a lot. You have two kids. Who gave you money? What did you do?" They didn't believe me. But along the way, almost nobody started. All right, and I've said on my channel before, from 2005 to 2018, I averaged 18% in the stock market. 2019, 2020, I averaged about 100% in the stock market. Okay, still, people on YouTube, real estate investors call the stock market a legalized casino. It's gambling. I can go on, and I will. Real estate. When I first started buying rental properties, I was still a police officer. And I remember sitting down with another higher ranking officer of mine, talking to him about it. And he was like, "Why are you buying rental property? What, are you crazy?" It's like, you see the houses we go into on calls. It's like they get destroyed. These tenants, they're criminals. They destroy these places. And we had a conversation. And by the end of the conversation, he was starting to say something like, "I might see where you're coming from." Well, guess what? He is still working there. I'm younger than he is. I'm financially independent. All right. Then I had a CPA in Virginia, and I had just started buying houses in Gary, Indiana. he saw it because I had just bought my first one or second one or something. It was on my tax return. He called me up and he cautioned me on investing in Gary. He told me he had a client who got scammed by using a turnkey operator up there in that area. He asked me who I was using. I told him. He goes, I think that's the one that scammed them. I said, okay. I've met them. I've been there. Okay, thank you. Meanwhile, he's still working. I'm financially independent. I have a lot of houses in that area now. I no longer buy from that turnkey operator, but I bought 6, 7, 8 houses from them. They're still performing well. I still have them. All right. What else then? Oh yeah. Then in more recent years, in the past 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, I have branched out into both oil drilling and mineral rights acreage investing. I have been told the same thing about both those investments being scams. I'm going to lose my money. I'm getting ripped off, etc., etc., etc. Meanwhile, the folks who tell me that, they're still working. I'm financially independent. So what is wrong with this picture? Okay. All right, I'll tell you what's wrong with this picture. And first, I'm going to say something here. Scams are out there. You can find scams in real estate. You can find scams with financial advisors. You can find scams in the crypto market. You can find scams in oil drilling. You can find scams in mineral rights, and so on and so on and so on. Did I leave anything out? There's scams everywhere. There's always scams. Okay? You have to do your due diligence. Could I get scammed? Yes. Could you get scammed? Yes. But if you never start investing, you will never become financially independent. You see what I'm saying? Is anything resonating with you? Because so many people that I've talked to over the years, they are all still working. And most of them are older than me. And I am financially independent. And all I did was I got started back when I was 22 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. Yes, I knew a little bit. I was reading Money Magazine and Kiplinger and that sort of thing, but I really didn't know what I was doing. And I just started going. And I kept reading. And I found the Motley Fool in 1999. I started buying individual stocks. And then I started buying real estate. Then I started buying oil and mineral rights. All right. Have I lost any money along the way? Sure, I have. I was telling a buddy of mine how I got the pilot Kale this morning. In crypto, I invested in crypto. My crypto portfolio is down. I still have that crypto. So it may go back up or I may lose it all. Who knows? I don't know. So scams will happen. You might buy a rental property and you have to evict your first tenant and you're like, Mazske, you told me to get into rental property. I didn't tell you to. I told you I encourage you to. I do it. And you might have a bad experience. But then again, you might do it, get your first house, get your second, get your third, and next thing you know, 5 or 10 years has gone by and you're financially independent. So be careful out there. Be careful in all you do. Do your own due diligence. Find your markets, find your teams, find your investments. You can, if you so desire, look at places I mentioned. Do your own due diligence. Because just because I have success in investing in individual stocks or in real estate or in oil or in mineral rights, it doesn't mean you will. You might, but do your own due diligence and figure out if you will. But just get started. The longer you wait, time keeps ticking. Time does not stop. And for those folks who say, I'll start investing when my kids are in school. I'll start investing after the summer's over. I'll start investing when I get a pay raise. I'll start investing when I get promoted. Most of them never do. Most of them never do. So where are you? Where do you sit on this? Are you a hater and a naysayer? Or are you an investor? If you're an investor, learn what you're doing. Learn how to invest. If you're a real estate investor, don't hate on the stock investors. Don't criticize them. Don't put them down. There are many successful stock investors out there. If you're a stock investor, don't hate on the real estate investors for them to, because you're so good at stocks. If you're a successful investor in crypto, don't criticize the folks who deal with tenants and termites and toilets, or et cetera, and so on and so on and so on. And if you've never invested in oil or mineral rights, and you look around, and every single thing we use comes from oil, almost. Somebody's making money on this. Why can't it be you and I? Why is the mentality that all oil drilling is a scam? I don't get it. People are scared of the unknown. It's ignorance. All it takes is education. Educate yourself. Watch my channel. Watch Millennial Mike. Watch Coach Carson. Watch Dion. Be careful with Michael Zuber, because he's one of those stock market haters. Okay, I caution you. If you fully want real estate, watch his channel. But do not watch his channel for stock advice. And so on and so on and so on. Ecker Land and Acquisition, they do have a YouTube channel. They're the mineral rights investment that I have. King Operating Corporation, they also have a YouTube channel. You can watch them on YouTube. Both companies have websites. You can look at their websites. You can pull up Gary, Indiana on the internet. You can pull up any market, Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, anywhere. You can pull up research areas, find property managers, find contractors, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Same with stocks. All companies have a website. You can do your own due diligence. Okay? All right. Hopefully this helps some of you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and Mazske is signing out while a tropical storm is heading this way. See ya.